Ho ho ho! Cocktail time! Today we're going to do a Blue Hawaii, not to be confused with a Blue Hawaiian, which is quite a different drink, and I'll cover that in the advent calendar. It is a Blue Hawaii. This was developed in 1957 by Harry Yee at Honolulu's Kaiser Hawaiian Village, which is now the Hilton Hawaiian Village Resort in Waikiki on Oahu, which is the biggest Hawaiian island. I think it might actually stand for the big island, so that's Oahu. It was actually invented 2 years before Hawaii became a US state, and it is one of the drinks most associated with the Aloha state. It's said to have been named after a song from the 1937 Bing Crosby film called Waikiki Wedding. Not, as many suggest, after the Elvis Presley film, which actually came out 4 years after the drink was invented. So it's the Blue Hawaii. We're going to need quite a few things here: white rum, vodka, blue curacao, sugar syrup, pineapple juice, lemon juice and lime juice. There's quite a bit in this one, so I'm going to have to fairly rattle through this. So right, first of all, need the shaker. Let's get a bit of ice in there. And let's start trundling through the list. Well, first of all, we've got 1 measure of white rum. I'm going to use my smaller measures because there's quite a bit in this one. But again, it's the ratio of the measures that count, not actually what size the measure is. There's 1 measure of white rum. I should move my glass out of the way before I knock it over. It's 1 measure of vodka. I spilled that one just a little bit, so I'll make sure I do this over the... 1 measure of vodka. Pop that right out there, out of the way. It's then 3/4 of a measure of blue curacao. So just judge 3/4 of it here. Oh, probably just a little bit touch over. This should probably end up with a nice blue colour with it having the blue curacao in it. Then it's 2 measures of pineapple juice. There's 1. There's 2. Depending on what else goes in, the blue sometimes ends up going a bit greener, depending on what we get added to it. It's then after, get that right out of the way, 1/2 measure of lemon juice. And seeing it's going to be 1/2 measure of the same, we'll pop them in the same jigger. Then 1/2 measure of lime juice, so pop those in on top of each other. And give that a tip in. And then it says 1/2 measure of sugar syrup. I tend to just have a bit of a gauge at the sugar syrup. That should easily be 1/2 measure, I should think. Let's get the lid on that. Get that on there. Give it a good shake. And then pour it into the glass. That's a lovely blue colour, bluey green. You can then obviously add some more crushed ice to it. Quite a few people will then serve it over crushed ice as well. So let's give that a taste. Give it a stir, shouldn't really need it. I like that one. I'll be making that one again. I'll make sure Mrs. Christmas has a few of those lined up for me when I get back from delivering all those presents on Christmas Eve. So that is a Blue Hawaii, not a Blue Hawaiian, a Blue Hawaii. It is 1 measure of white rum, 1 measure of vodka, 3/4 of a measure of blue curacao, 2 measures of pineapple, 1/2 measure of lime juice, 1/2 measure of lemon juice, and 1/2 measure of sugar syrup. Done in the cocktail shaker and into what they call a highball glass, a tall glass. So that is a Blue Hawaii. Cheers!
Nanti gue ketawa.